Hello everyone, welcome back to Pokemon Dueling Diamonds. Today we're going to take a gameplay showcase at
Magmortar.
Yep, Magmortar. Involved for Magmar, which you can't get in this game. To evolve it, you have to get a Magmar and trade with Magmarizer, which is so hard to get, it's not even funny. How I was able to do it is, well, I call in his row, but you can mainly evolve it. We're up in this route because, Magmortar is a bit higher level. I actually RC'd it. He's a time traveler, essentially. So you should be in the strange Pokeball when I think about it. But he's not. So, ooh, this actually has some really good moves. Flamethrower, Snake Blade, 5 lasting hitter. You're like, oh, you're saying this stuff you haven't used before. No, I kind of just transferred it over, and I was like, cool, well, call it. And it eradicated my echo. So yeah, everyone doing, on first one Tars, that's just my 2 cents. They're like, I want to buy birds up because I always give them for these things. I'm so close. I just finished the Thanksgiving episode with in the retirement community. That is like I want to say the 10th episode in the show, the 10th episode, no, it's the 8th episode in season 12, which is the most recent season. Hi, Ratata. So I'm really close. I want to finish this weekend, so I can just watch it. Oddly, you're not looking at all Magmortar. I love saying Magmortar. I know it's Magmortar, but it's like Magmortar. It seems like Mortician or Martyr. Or like the Terminator. Odd that my Hydro Beam should have been charged. But okay. Oh, the void is good. I love seeing Hydro Beam on some really underappreciated Pokemon. A lot of underappreciated Pokemon within the game that have the move Hydro Beam, which makes them so useful. Like, Wigglytuff. What I really love about Wigglytuff is just my 2 cents on Wigglytuff as a Pokemon. Here's who you want to battle. There's no trainers running to a battle, so turn back. Good to know. This is just my 2 cents on it. Wigglytuff is a really underappreciated Pokemon because it can downright destroy you. It's really good defense actually, and I'm not really a meta person, but when I can find a Pokemon that works just so well, it's great. A, Wigglytuff's normal type, so it's kind of weak to everything except for Ghosts. But B, if you build up its defense, which I highly recommend you do, and teach it Hyper Beam, it will be your best friend. Also, I love the way it uses arms. That feels like a really special movement. I really love that in this game, because normally it's be like, it's going to use a move. It's like, no, this one actually uses like its arm to attack. That's really cool. You're like, oh, in the anime, I don't know, this was kind of meant to be like the antithesis of Magmite Electrolyzer, who is Paul's main Pokemon, but not much was really done with in the anime. I actually think Paul had it in his party, but I remember it being heavy in the promotion for this. I remember back when Pokemon Revolution came out, which I actually kind of liked until it got really stupid. I'll explain why. They had distribution codes. And the only way you could really get them at the time, do on me if you're wondering like why I'm like, oh boy, was to essentially get the game and transfer the items over. Since there's no Battle Revolution in this, and it's a remake, the only way to get the items is to steal it. Now back to Battle Revolution and why I kind of stopped playing it. I got really far in it and I was really enjoying it. My problem lay in that there's a section where your Pokemon are sent into, and your the person you're battling against these Pokemon are sent into this spinning wheel. A lot of people comment saying that this is like one of the few things that stops them from playing the game, and I can understand why. It truly is. My problem with it is like, because you at that point have been taught to have a good Pokemon, but now you're being taught that your opponents can steal your good Pokemon, so there's almost no incentive for having those Pokemon in your team. Also, you have to go against your own Pokemon when you build up a strong team, and then your opponents don't have a good team, and you get their Pokemon from them. It's just a thing that I think ruined the game. I understand their intent, like make each arena really unique, which I kind of liked up to that degree. But I think up to that point, it should have been like if they wanted to do partner battles in the clear, right? They had partner battles beforehand, but shake it up where if you all win, you have to go up against your opponent, and your opponent gains experience. I think that'd be really good. Didn't make sense. I still think some RPGs should implement that. I think Fire Emblem should. Like where you raise up this one unit that's going to be a twist villain, and then it's kind of this double-edged sword because you're like, oh, you have to keep him alive because he's the main character. See, with Fire Emblem games, there's always like the 3 characters you have to keep alive. It's Lucina, Chrom, and Robin are the 3 you have to keep alive in that. And so I think you could like have the villain be one of those characters you have to keep alive. So you have to like, oh, hey, we're going against Golbat. So then you have to be careful. It's a double-edged sword because you obviously want your units to be powerful in Fire Emblem because that's how you don't lose them. I can just say that's how you don't lose them, but you need them in fights. Like in Fire Emblem Awakening, what makes Chrom and Robin so powerful as units, especially early on, is they are one of the few units that have to be used in every story mode mission. So you have to level them up. It's usually rather early on the game. You have to rely on this stuff. So yeah, I'm talking about Fire Emblem and non-Fire Emblem videos. Oh boy. I don't want to say anything about Kieran Arshut now. I'm beyond excited for the game. Hi, Racky. You know the well, Racky. Cool. Go Magmortar. We're gonna do Flamethrower. I'm not using Sunny Day. That's really good in there. I'm doing this moves in fear. That sounds like fall. But based on what I hear, I haven't watched Pokemon anime in years. And you're like, well, haven't you said you're trying to catch up? It's like, yes, but it's a perpetual emotion machine. I have to still watch the Mewtwo movie. The problem is, like, no sites have it to stream except for Netflix, and it's the newer version. The one that just has CGI computer characters instead of, like, animated characters. And I was like, you can tell you so. A lot of people complain about it. I'm not a big fan of it. But I just want to watch it on a streaming service. One version I found online, I'm really happy about this, does have the prologue. The prologue that was desperately missing from the English version, release initially, which I think adds a whole lot. I was watching, I remember watching on the show, the Pokemon first movie, and they were just like, oh, this intro makes no sense. It's just like, if only there was an English version. It's like, there is an English version. There's a dubbed English version of that prologue, and it really does help. I hadn't seen it up to that point. I like to point that out. And when I watched it for the first time, I was like, oh my goodness, that prologue helps so much. Because in the original version, I guess I can say this kind of but I usually not enough for it. In the original version, Mewtwo just wakes up and wakes up into, like, I hate humanity. Well, no, he's abused for a bit, and then he's like, I hate humanity. In that regard, it adds a bit more depth. Like he's used to the cruelty of humans because of what happened to the girl, and also it adds a bit more to Dr. Fuji. And I like that. I like the intro. I think the intro does help with some of that. Yeah, this is a recording date. Not only that, but I have to level up Arceus, which is always fun. It's not being criticism, it's just like, oh, that's really fun to level up. Not very effective. And go back to it. I was aiming for not very effective. I think 19 is, I'm not going to say where they are because that might ruin the space, so I'm going to do them. So yeah, Magmortar. I'm actually kind of liking Magmortar. Maybe if I had Pearl and had a Magmar earlier, I would appreciate it more. You know, it's one of those things. Yeah, I made that clear. It's like if I like experimenting with your Pokemon. I just like to have the ability to do it. Like so Kodak. This guy on YouTube named Kodak. He's known for like his trading card gaming videos, which I find really entertaining. And Toy Reeves, he's mainly the Bakugan guy on YouTube, except for the Bakugan guy. Yeah, there's a guy on YouTube who's literally called the Bakugan guy. And he has a podcast and everything. It's actually really interesting at times. Anyway, Kodak made this video on Pokemon. He's like, this is the way you replay Pokemon. And he's like, you replay Pokemon by choosing a different team than what you did the first time. And you have a different new experience, and then you get to like new different Pokemon. I'm like, yeah, that's good, because upon playing this Pokemon and choosing my team, I never thought I'd actually like using Honchkrow or Honchkrow becoming Pokemon on my team. I didn't think I would love Luxray as much as I did. I like choosing new Pokemon. And he said this, and I thought this part was really interesting. He's like, if you want Pokemon to be really interesting, on your second playthrough, don't capture the bird-type Pokemon. Because there's always these typical bird-type Pokemon in the beginning and the rat Pokemon. He said, don't capture the bird-type Pokemon. And my counter-argument with that is, I capture the bird-type Pokemon because it always needs fly. Hit the game! I don't talk through that sneeze. Wow, I felt it coming too. Anywho, where was I with my train of thought? I was gonna say use waterfall this point gold, like you should do that. Let's see. I'm actually on the let's talk about that because that's one I already knew that's one I seen it a while back. I'm trying to get these last couple episodes out, which is gonna be for the review, which I'm not saying they're hard, they're really interesting. I like the direction this is going. I'm gonna be so curious about season 9. It's Eric Wallace. I think Eric Wallace has saved the Flash. You can quote me on that. I think he did. And actually, I kind of want to capture the Rattata, so I don't have, because I have Eradicate already, so then I don't have to worry about, like, A, recapturing it, and then B, having to do the weird things again. I don't know. Like, green and then getting a Rattata. It's just, it's more, I don't want to say interesting. It's easier this way. That's the word, easier. Rattata's area will be after the Pokedex. No, and you are not an Alolan Rattata, so you're actually, I want to try an Alolan Rattata one time. But my dark types, I always like make a point to have one dark type Pokemon on the team. I never really try and have a psychic or a fairy type. Fairy is actually one of the things I need improvement on. But yeah, sorry. So far in Scarlet and Violet, I'm a Fuecoco guy. Unless they completely screw up their evolutions, I'm going with Fuecoco, which would be the first time ever that I'm doing the same type after a generation. But I guess you could argue Shui's a separate region. So then you can be like, oh, you used water before you did that. And be like, cool, I use water twice now. It's a repeat. It's repeat in my initial run, which was, I do this every year. I do this every time, like every 6 regions. I want to use each type twice. I can't repeat it. So I can't use any more water type Pokemon. Also, Quackly, while a lot of people love Quackly and just like cool for you, it's not my choice. Fuecoco is. Also, I'm still leaning towards Violet, even though I think Scarlet has the better legendary. Just because I want you to go. And also that my other character, I'm not kidding or anything though, he's really attractive. Yeah. That's a thing. Yeah, both people were like, oh, both professors are Han. So it's like, cool, you do you. Yeah, I want to go. Assuming launch battle, I'm going to go in here. I think it's a good showcase. Next time, actually, let me go check the name before I'm like, ooh, what do we do next time? Let's find the Pokedex. Yes, we've already covered these Pokemon. That's Porygon Z, the one we haven't covered. It's Electivire. I don't know his name. I call it Electrolyzer. Electivire. If you wonder why I would name him Magmar, I would name him. Not creative, but it works. Oh, hi, it's a Spearow. I'll capture the Spearow because A, it's underleveled, and B, I can just evolve it. It's one level from evolution, so I just evolved it and create it here. Hero is also a Pokemon I never used. I used to love talking about Pokemon I have never used. I think it's a good conversation starter because then you get to learn about what other people like. I know a lot of people use Pinsir. I remember coming in high school saying I use Pinsir. I'm just like, cool. I never really liked Bug-type Pokemon. I think my Ailguard is making changing my opinion on that. Ailguard and Ariados are the two Bug-type Pokemon I think have changed my opinion on Bug-type Pokemon in general. So yeah, we're gonna do one actual battle, not one capture. I think that's right. I know this one's out like way longer. It's like cool. Next one will be Electivire and Porygon Z. Porygon Z. I need to trade with my friend to evolve. Prong. I don't hate it. It's just tedious. Blow up, bitch. Wow, that was good. Yeah, he's fun. Hero fainted. Good to know. Well, that's gonna do it for this time. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and see you guys next time. Next time will be Electivire, and I'm gonna level up in Arceus. Level up in Arceus. Till then, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and see you guys then. Bye bye.